Good day, everyone. Thank you for coming to the channel. My name is Jun, and I'm a Moe Norman swinger. So this is me in my garage, and I set up myself with the whole shebang. This is a Todd Graves training aid, and I have this little mat here, which will show me the bottom of my swing, and to equalize my height, just to make sure I'm not messing with any variable. I have this extra padding here so that I'm evened on my height. And there are a few things that are good and bad, and so I wanted to kind of like go over. Hopefully it could give you some feedback and input for your swings as well. So firstly, let me draw my plane line. You know what, that's not as good as I like. Yeah, maybe here. Yeah, sure, right here. And one thing, if you see, I have bent my trail foot, my right leg. This isn't necessarily Moe Norman because both of his feet, legs were straight. And when people asked him, Mo said, "What's more straight than straight?" This was one of the variables that made him, according to him, more straight with his ball. But yeah, like obviously I'm not Moe Norman, and I'm just trying to incorporate other things that I know that will help me move my pelvis, so that I can generate rotation instead of sway, and try to have a ball first impact. So on the Iron Byron video, I kind of mentioned that I did mess with this in the past, and I'm kind of like incorporating again. And tomorrow is my Friday, my PTO, my day off. I'm going to Riverview Golf in Santa Ana, and I will be hitting probably 400 to 500 balls. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. I mean, Mo used to hit 800 a day. Here's the funny thing. So the way Mo used to hit it, like, so he had a whole, like, a bowling bag with like 400 balls. And back in his days, he's 1929 birth year, and back in his days, like, they didn't have machines to pick up the balls for you like today. So you had to pick up your own balls. So imagine, if you're left and right, it's gonna be a bitch picking up all your balls. So this is another variable that made Mo straight as well, because he didn't want to go left and right, right? And what do? You just hit it straight. So he would hit 400 in the morning or in the AM, and then 400 in the afternoon, 800 a day. So yeah, just one day putting in 400 to 500, it's really nothing, to be honest. But anyways, let me go ahead and draw one more line, which is my ass line. And this is one of the big things that we amateurs always have to care about, because we have that what people call pelvic thrust, and we lose the ass line. But if you look at Mo, like he didn't lose that ass line. If anything, his ass protruded out of the line. So that's how much he was tilted, and he kept that side bend and just rotated along that axis. But anyways, let me go ahead and play this through. So you can see my right leg kind of straightening to help that pelvis rotation, and I'm kind of making the whole swing. So let's go ahead and slow it down. There are good things, like, I mean, my last practice session, like, my hands were too high. My hands were like all the way here. So compared to that, this is better because I made some changes. But so going through, so see, I'm starting my swing with my right leg by straightening it, just as Byron Nelson did. And this kind of goes against what Stack and Theodore say, and I guess what other people might say, because a lot of my weight is on my right leg. But as I'm straightening it, my right pelvis goes behind me, which pushes my left pelvis in the front, which also like causes weight transfer to my lead side as well. So I mean, I'm kind of testing, playing, trying to fine tune what I really want to do. And here, like, I'm kind of going below the line, and one of the major reasons why I am, and right here, parallel under the line. So this looks really better than my last practice session. And one thing that really helped me do this was my left leg or left foot instep. That's what Mo used to say. He rolled his ankles in and in. He never bent like you know his toes forward. He always rolled his ankles in. So on this one, I'm kind of straightening my right leg, and I'm rolling my left instep in, which pushes the left leg in and the knees in. And this is something that Todd Graves also teach. And also, if you look at all the great ball strikers, they always had this move, the left knee coming in or the lead knee coming in. So going with my swing. So that's like the top. And yeah, it's much better, on my last practice session, like my hands were ending here, which I didn't like. I mean, despite the fact that all the balls I had struck on that, videos I took were like pure, but I just didn't like my hands, but it just, yeah. And, so in here, my hands are still on the address line or address plane. And yeah, the club face is pretty damn square. Some people say that's close. Yeah, it's not. That's pretty damn square. And then, yeah, I'm like, just coming back right on along that line, slightly off, slightly on top, but still, I mean, yeah, that's pretty clean. And then going through the C, yeah, this is a proof of lag, like I said in other videos, like the club head being under the plane line, is a good thing, or address plane line is a good thing. You're holding that lag and you're coming down. And then going through, and here if you see my ass line, I have come off of it. And that's the part that I've been working on, and I digressed away on so many other things that I used to do just to keep my ass on the line, and it kind of ruined me here and there, and I'm back. So I kind of I guess repaired like other things, and then I come back and boom, my ass is still off the line. Oh my god. I guess it probably has to do with my tilt. Like my spine angle, I have stood up probably compared to where I was at address too. And then going through a little bit fast, but yeah, that's my relatively my impact. So this is a little bit under, but you can see it's relatively I guess good 80%, 90% back on the address line. And then going through front swing, yeah. Yeah, I don't have like a crazy camera here, so I mean it's like kind of no, that's not, it's better. Well, but you guys can see it's that's relatively back parallel on my dress line too, except that my shoulder is not as tilted as I would like, and you can see how much of ass I have lost compared to my dress. So yeah, that's something that still kind of needs to be worked on. And yeah, let me kind of bring in Mr. Moe Norman. Let's see, where do I have it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, let me go ahead and draw Moe Norman lines right here. Here, let's bring him back. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and bring myself back too. And on this one, let me go ahead and draw my spine angle as well. And some people like draw spine angles like differently, but I don't think it's that big of an issue as long as it's some sort of a reference to see how much you have stood up, So this is what I would consider as my spine angle. And then somewhere around here for my ass line. Let's look at Mo. From here to here, and then here to here. Oh no, this line is, the ass line is a little bit off. So a little bit more here. Okay, sure, that's good enough. So if you see Mo, bam, oh, such a wonderful swing. I hate you, Mr. Mo. I wish I had your swing. Anyways, so if you see, look at the spine angle and the ass line. So as he's going back, I guess right away one thing that shows is that he doesn't have that spacing. See, I still have this spacing here, but he has none of it. And that's something, like this is what causes his hands to go in like this. And yeah, it's something, I've been trying to figure out. I did so many things, but I'm gonna do something tomorrow to see. And going through, he's under the plane parallel is coming. And if you see his S line, look at that. He's still so on that line. Whereas as I'm going back, I'm losing it. I'm losing the line. So, that's a huge difference. Yeah, he's so much more in, and compared to the one I just did, like, yeah, my line is a little bit different. So yeah, this is less spacing here than the one I had earlier. But nevertheless, my hands are slightly higher than the address plane, but it's okay. And yeah, Moe, okay, there we go. So if you see, like, he has maintained his spine angle like no other. And he has not lost that ass line like no other. So, that's why, he's Moe Norman, the best ball striker to have ever lived. And if you see here, he's going down, and he's still on the line. Just look at that ass line. And look at that spine angle too. He's still there. You see, he just never loses that ass line. I don't know how he does it. Like, look how much I'm losing, right? I mean, see, like, compared to my address, my spine angle, in a way, my body has become more vertical. And yeah, I have lost that, the ass line, and this is a pelvic thrust. Whereas Moe just stays on there. So, yeah, I guess it's not a bad thing, right? I still have something to work for, like, I'm not done. And that's the joy and pleasure, work at it to try to find out and try to, gain that. As Moe said in his poem, you can't buy this swing. Only, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, just like BTS song. So anyways, hopefully, yeah, that was beneficial for y'all, something for you to take for your swing. And on an ending note, I just want to show you my thing. So this is the mat that I use, and as you can see, it shows you where my club has entered. So obviously this side is my left leg, and this is the right leg. So that's where the ball position. So that's the center, and so this is a good thing, right? Why? Because my bottom is here. That means I would have hit the ball first and then hit the ground after. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this to the course tomorrow and see what I can do. Thank you very much and have a good one. And if you have any questions, let me know.